Okay, so we're going to have a quick look at the 10th Doctor and Companion set. This is one of the more, although they're all in boxes, this is more a box set. It comes with 5 miniatures, and it's from Into the Time Vortex, which will be a Doctor Who miniatures game. The game itself isn't out yet, so we're getting the minis. Still have no idea how it plays based on the fact that there's never any game material in these boxes, so it's got to be some other way that all this is going to happen. So this is the 10th Doctor and Companions. So we have Martha Jones, Rose Tyler, the Doctor, Donna Noble, and Donna's father. Which this is sort of what I was talking about when we had problems from a more exciting standpoint, because outside of the Doctor, who I really like this miniature of the Doctor, the 4 companions all are wearing normal clothes. It's almost like you're painting a miniature of a normal person. It's not their fault, it's not Warlord's fault, it's not the show's fault. All of this makes perfect sense in context of the show, but just from a miniature point of view, it's not as exciting as Daleks, Cybermen, and so on. Although in the 12th Doctor, we did get the Great Detective and Jenny. So it comes in their standard cardboard box that you can just cut into. I usually end up tearing off the lid because they don't always want to open easily. The smaller ones anyway. Oh, there we go, this was easy. The smaller ones tend to be a bit harder. So it comes with a little paper insert. And that has the information on who we get. Rose Tyler's quote was Planet Earth. This is where I was born and this is where I died. Okay, not bad. Martha's was he had to go and fall in love with a human and it wasn't me. Okay, that's a bit making her a bit piney. You fought her off with a water pistol. I bloody love you. Okay, Donna's is kind of cool. It's them aliens again. I'll bet my pension. What do you want this time, you green swine? Is Donna's dad, Wilfred. And the Doctor was, think you've seen it all, think again. Outside those doors we might see anything. We could find new worlds, terrifying monsters, impossible things. And if you come with me, nothing will ever be the same again. Yep, that's pretty cool. So again, comes in the little, this one's been a bit more beat up. The box was fine, but the actual plastic on this one's a bit more beat up. So it opens up, and the question I was really looking for was, do they come with the things? And yes, they do. So I must have misplaced my other ones. So starting with the man himself. Not a bad likeness. It's not perfect, but again we're looking at 28mm. It's not a particularly large scale, but you can sort of see David Tennant in there. Not really any mould lines that I can see. Nothing. Tiny one in the hair, but you've really got to tilt it to sort of see, and it goes down the side of the neck, but it's really not very sort of heavy. Same with it goes down the arm, but again it's not very heavy. You've really got to tilt it, and then down the side of the coat. So that will actually be, for the most part, easy to remove. The folds in the clothing are very nice, especially the coat. And no flash on this one to speak of. He's quite a good figure right out of the gate. Donna. Not bad detail. Likeness isn't as obvious. No flash. Seam line's pretty well hidden. In fact, I can't even find one. Oh, really faint one down the side of the coat. Not down the leg. Oh yeah, there it is. Really faint though, that's good. That'll be easy to fix. And they certainly gave her big breasts. Martha Jones. Very nice looking figure. Again, the likeness isn't 100% on. Like if you didn't know what this was and you just picked it up, I don't think you would actually be able to 100% say, oh yeah, that's Martha Jones. But it is a very nicely sculpted figure. Detail's pretty decent. The hair's very nice. The folds in the clothing are not too heavy. The seam line's a little heavy on the pants, but that'll be able to get out. The thing with that is, if you're going to have a seam line, the place to have it is straight down the side of the pants, because you can have that as an actual seam line on the pants. No, she's quite good too. Rose. Rose actually, her likeness isn't bad. You can sort of see Rose in her likeness. Not a very dynamic pose. That's the only thing with this set. The poses aren't very dynamic. They're much more sort of casual. Maybe they've taken it from a photo or a press release photo from the series. Something like that maybe. But they're not very exciting in the poses, but the detail is quite nice on her. It made her breasts pretty big too. And then we have Wilfred Mott. Do you have big breasts, sir? Doesn't look a lot like Wilfred, but the detail overall is very good. The hat's nice. The coat's quite good. Pants are a little basic, but the focal point on this figure is going to be the coat and the hat, I think, like that sort of area. Faint seam line. No flash on any of these. That's really nice. The flash is never bad on this series, but there is sometimes on like the excess bits where it could be where the metal is getting poured in. That's not on any of these. It's really good. And then you have the five bases. I think these worked out at $30 for the set. And yeah, I mean, if you're a fan of the 10th Doctor, then this is all the main companions that he had. I'm looking forward to them getting through these, really. I guess it's waiting on people to get back to them. We haven't got Matt Smith's yet, which is going to be fun. Although he had some doubling up with the 12th Doctor. So I don't know if they're going to give us new figures or different poses or a different costume or something like that. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. The 9th Doctor, that's going to be interesting because he's been he doesn't hate the fans or anything like that, but he's been very sort of adamant about being totally away from anything Doctor Who. So I don't know if he's going to be fine and just say, yeah, okay, I don't mind the figure, that's cool, off you go, or if he's going to be a bit more, I don't want to say belligerent, because that could not be the case on how he's sort of being, but yeah, he's been very, very stay away from the Doctor Who related stuff. And of course his first companion in that was Rose. So do we get another Rose and Jackie Tyler, Mickey Smith, and I guess Captain Jack? We could get a cool Captain Jack from like Are You My Mummy? That one might be cool because he'd be in his RAF uniform with his coat, which was probably that was my favourite look for him. Although we might end up with him from the last episode with the big gun, and so I hope they sort of go the RAF uniform with the coat only because I think there's more to paint with the Webley pistol rather than the big space gun at the end. But we'll have to see. And then of course we're going to have all the older Doctors at some point. They actually went through a few more companions, I think. The first Doctor certainly had several, so I don't know if they're going to break them, how they're going to do that. If they're going to break them up into different packs, where you're going to get like early Doctor companions and later Doctor companions, because we had 3 at the start, and then there was Ben, and I think there was two girls. some of those early ones blend a bit together for me, and I get the first and second Doctor's companions a bit mixed up. But no, it's good. If you're a fan of the show, these are pretty interesting. They're pretty solid figures, lots of detail, lots of nice ideas going into it, and the villains are coming. I mean, I've been picking up these base sets because they've been important to sort of get, but I'm looking forward to seeing all the villains and the Daleks, especially Daleks and Cybermen. I like the early ones more than the new series Cybermen, so I'm looking forward to the Mondasian ones, and especially Earthshock. So that's the big one I'm really looking forward to. So there you go. I'll have another Doctor Who miniature opening soon.